Alright, I'm gonna be playing against real humans. Fabian, Winifred. Not sure if I'm actually recording. Oh, I am. Hello. Probably should have started the stream after we got a fourth player. Probably. Sorry to waste your time. To be honest, I'm still learning this streaming thing. And I was I wanted it to be more of a guide, like a MCR guide, as opposed to a stream. But having a stream is definitely easier in the sense that I just talk, I don't have to edit the videos, right? It's like having a life coach, but not really live, but it's as though you're sitting beside me and I'm explaining my moves. So the reason I started doing this is because I feel like there's lack of MCR Mahjong competition rules material online, and that new players find it hard to learn. Like if you're alone and you have no friends to play with, then where do you learn online, right? Whereas, for instance, Japanese Mahjong, there's a lot of pros, like a lot of streamers that stream those games, and you can always learn from them. And there's a very established Dan system, like a ranking system, like Tenho or Mahjong Soul. So it's like there's something to look forward to, and when the high rank player does something, you sort of know that, yeah, he knows what he's talking about because he's high ranked. But there's really not that many platforms for Mahjong competition rules, MCR. So in a way, I'm trying to raise the level of MCR in this community. Just raise the skill level of this community. Also, I wanted to try something new, like streaming, or eventually maybe making some guides. Because there's probably more concepts in MCR than you think. Alright, let's start. Okay, real players. Probably go for a mix straight. 1-4-7. I'm gonna say 1-4-7, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 for short. So 1-4-7. mixed straight, and all types.
碰 碰
Half flush? That's an option. Nope, we don't melt. Such bad quality, half flush, or all types. It's just too bad.
吃
We could even do chicken hand. Like, keep this as a pair. The point is to draw this green dragon. Like, once you draw that, everything is going to be fine. But it's okay. We got our makeshifted child 5, 6, 7, so we won't be doing any of those lousy hands. Personally, I kind of despise chicken hand and makeshifted. No wait, sorry, chicken hand and all types, because it's really, you really don't have much control. Like, let's say I kept this and this, and I continue feeding this player like all of this 1, 2, 3 dots. The game is just gonna end. So
碰 吃
there's a concept called a game-ending discard, right?
吃
Like, if you drop something and there's a high chance that your lower player will melt that, then essentially it's like a discard that speeds up
虎
the ending of a game. See? Well, he is all lower, but oh damn, that's actually a big hand. He had a pure shifted pawns. I mean, she had it.
吃
Winifred, right? Yeah. If I recall, she's a decent player, so probably knows what she's doing. I'm not sure though. Oh, yes. I was talking about the game ending this card, right? So when you look at
碰
the natural progression of a hand,
碰
usually when you have really bad shapes, your hand is bad, you kind of want to play defensively and not discard anything to feed your opponents. You don't want to deal in, you don't want to give them the chi or pawn, right? But
吃
when I'm talking about that specific game ending discard, it's like, I'm saying, if I feed this person, this lower player, more, his or her hand is gonna progress, and now that he has a fast hand, you say, my hand has progressed, so I have less reason to defend,
吃
and this player is gonna fit this player, and the cycle continues, essentially. So it becomes this chain effect which you can't really control. So essentially the flow has gone wild. I don't know. It's basically a hand where, oh shit, everybody is so fast, I can't do anything, I have to defend, like what is happening right now. So it's probably a bad idea. Whatever. probably don't wanna fit this. It's okay if she's just doing a half flush, but if she's doing a half flush and a pure straight, the hand would be 24 points minimum. In fact, 26 with those two flowers. So
吃
So we don't want to be feeding them unnecessarily. Interesting.
碰
It just passed.
吃吃
1626. I'm going to bank on this player waiting for, I don't know. To be honest, I don't know. I think it's only this tile.
胡
Yep, but we kind of have to fight. We're waiting for the 5 bamboo, so
吃
so 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6, you know, 4, 5, 6, 3, 4, 5. It's a very flexible hand, in case you didn't notice. Interesting. So this discard has some significance. Now we're gonna be talking about defense. So when you look at this discard pool, right, you notice some lower tiles and some characters and bamboos, right?
吃
So this player could either be doing the upper region or the dots region, and you don't know, right? I'm gonna drop this. But if you drop this 8 dots,
吃
and if she melts, you're
碰
not going to know what she's doing. In fact, you still don't know anything, basically. You know what?
吃
Aim for 4, 5, 6.
胡
That's why I started with the 3 dots instead of the 8 dots. But obviously their hands are way better, so I can't do anything about it. One, two, three, four,
Pong.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's not that good. I was just counting the number of knitted tiles, honors and knitted tiles. So
吃
I've talked about this before.
碰
The benchmark is like you want to do it when you have 10, and when you have 9, your hand needs to be pretty bad for you to consider it, and it goes on. 11 is just a no-brainer, you just do it. Ah, interesting. there's a chance for what's that? A knitted straight. 2, 5, 8, 3, 6, 9, 1, 4, 7. But I need the 1. And the good thing about doing this right now is my pair is fixed. So essentially I just need a sequence somewhere. Or another block somewhere. And I'll be fine. Let's go with this first. So there's some significance between choosing the 3-6 versus the 5-8. Because your upper player
吃
is playing the bamboo suit, so really you want to be aiming for the dots from him. And you don't want to be feeding the dots to your lower player. So if you want to advance, okay, now we have to get rid of it. He just overflowed some of his
Sure.
bamboos. Have we run out of time?
虎
Yep.
吃
3 pairs. No pattern. Oh, there it is.
吃
Their playstyle is so annoying, to be
Pong.
honest. It's like there's this lack of control. Basically, the tiles are just flying everywhere, and like the 7, you're not gonna get the 6-9 from this player. Probably, I'm not sure. You're gonna feed it an 8. This 7 is nowhere to be seen. Probably here.
吃
You have reason to suspect it's a 3, 5, 7 pure shifted chow, right? It's just
碰
this hand is a loss, to be honest. It's hard.
吃
It's very hard. I should have dropped this earlier. It's going to be the death of me. Probably. Because this 2 player doesn't need it, so
吃碰
yeah, that was fresh. That's why I kept that. Hmm. 5, 6, 5, 5, 6, 6. It's okay. We got this. 4, right? I can even win on the 7. Last tile, terminal tiles, and mixed double chow. But really I want to self-draw the 4. It's going to be tough. This game is tough. These players are good.
吃
I suspect this player has my tiles.
吃
Oh my god. That's just gross. I suspect this player has my tiles. He might have drawn the last 7.
虎
Oh, that's a consolation prize, to be honest. Yep, just doing the middle area. You know what?
吃
I'll cheat that.
吃
That's why I cheat that. Because there's a lot of ways to shift for me to get my points.
吃
I can cheat an 8 here, a 7 here,
碰
a 5. Probably want the 5. He's doing characters and
吃
this is going to be very hard. There's a make straight here. What am I doing? Make triple chow. There's 6 outs.
虎
Terrible. So this player has no sense of defense. Just feeding all the trees and oh, okay. I realize I haven't talked about the concept of 3s and 7s. Okay, so in MCR, trees and 7s are basically the gatekeepers of all the child-based patterns. Alright? I'm saying that as a fact. A fact. From my experience. For any upper region, if you want to play an upper makeshifted child or maybe a pure triple child, you're gonna need the 7. Alright? So essentially that 7 is like, in fact, any 7s from the 3 suit is like the gatekeeper to your upper patterns. Does that make sense? And same thing with lower patterns. Once you have identified someone is playing like a lower suit, or rather a lower pure triple chow, mixed triple chow, you got the 3, right? And you essentially lock their progress. It doesn't actually matter if they need the 3. The point is, you're guarding it, right? And this extends even to
碰
the pure chow patterns as well. For example, if you want to do a 16 pointer, okay, like a straight flush, or a pure, what's that? Pure shifted chow. As long as you're doing 2 steps, alright, you're always going to need a 3 or a 7. And that's the rule. There's no way around it. And let's say you have, I don't have the hands to illustrate this, but let's say you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
杠
Sorry. Actually, let me repeat that. Let's say you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7, 9. Even if you have a 3, you're still kind of hungry for another 3. You get what I mean? What is wrong with this hand? Nothing is coming in. What's going on? I might have to bail already. You know? I might just have to bail. That's one. Okay. He's not waiting for that, but it's okay. If he is playing a 7 pairs, I would say the likelihood of him waiting on this solve is pretty high. So, if you want to defend, that's the tower to defend. Alright. So much talking, but not enough point chasing. We're kind of one straight flush self-draw away from these 2 guys.
吃
I might be attempting what's called a mixed street based 7 pairs. Alright. So the concept is that mixed streets are really inflexible hands. Alright. So their failure rate is pretty high. So like let's say I can't draw this 2, I can't draw the 6, I can't draw the 7. So what's left for me to draw? I get to draw pairs of the 4 and 5 and 8. So essentially I'm floating for 2 patterns, right? I'm fishing for 2 patterns. I am stubbornly refusing to drop any pairs, while also
吃
hoping that the mixed straight will come in, right? So usually there's only 1 or 2 outcomes. You get your mixed straight, or you get your 7 pairs. And it's really up to the player how they want to balance this, right? You may say, you may say, I want to chi one of it. Or you may even say, I don't want to chi any of it. I only want to chi it when it completes itself. You get what I mean? Okay, so I was lacking the 6 and the 2, right? So there's a choice, right? There's a choice. I can say, only if I get a 2, then I will chi the 6, right? And essentially, there's no way that I can ever destroy my hand, because there's no way that I can chi and be stuck, because the criteria which I chi is completing my mixed straight. So that's generally the more conservative playstyles of MCR. It's like you kind of restrain yourself from all the chi, like that, and you try to draw in good shapes, right? So the way to play MCR is really quite intertwined in a way. It's like because he has dropped this 3 before, now he loses the ability to keep the 3 if he wants to be efficient, I suppose. But you're also giving yourself an opportunity to draw the 3 yourself, right? And you also improve your other shapes. So now I have a mixed straight,
吃
and I also have a, I don't know, what's that? Mixed shifted chow. So now I have 2 options, but of course this option is way easier.
碰
I just cheat the second one, and that's the end of it. Oh well. Doesn't seem like he needs it. But really, my hand is quite inflexible right now.
吃，胡，
Nothing much to say about that. It's just the hand is just it's just a weak hand that's just meant to be oppressed in a way. Right, we have a 7 pairs. There's a way to play 7 pairs, and it's actually my favorite pattern because it's overpowered, to be honest. If you know how to play it, it's overpowered. Just like that. Really, we want the self-draw. We really want the self-draw. But maybe we should have waited for the 7. He looks like he's doing bamboos. Alright, we'll give up on the bamboos. Like that this card is too much for us to handle. Just what's going on? Alright.
吃，
Pretty much. I have no idea what they're doing.
碰，
I honestly have no idea.
碰，
Okay. Yeah.
碰，
Oh, right. Yeah, sounds about right. Yeah. Over here.
碰，
Yep, yep, yep.
碰，
Chops this? No, okay.
杠，
That's that.
杠，胡，
Yeah, just no good wins for us. this guy, his hand is bad. That's why he can basically just follow all these cards. And yeah. Pretty much we were only gonna self-draw or
碰
fight with that player. Quite a wasted hand. Short that. Makes triple chow. No, makeshift the chow. 2, 3, 4. Hopefully he's doing it in the upper region, so it's gonna be a free feed for us. Pass. Ah, interesting. That might be a bad discard. I'm not sure. Because we are giving up the chance for a 3, 5, 7 pure shifted Charles. Just like that. Oh, but it's okay. Luckily we drew this. It righted all the wrongs. But now he's not really doing an upper hand anymore. So this 4 might be really hard to calm out.
吃
Self-draw time? He might be doing something weird. That's all I can say.
碰
There we go. Something weird. It's like and all pongs, but it's not quite strong. You really want this?
碰
Okay. Pretty strong.
Terrible.
It's just terrible. Anyway, the 9 came out. West. Alright. This player is just weird. The weirdest tiles come out, but I don't know. I'm not sure. Ah, that hurts. We might have to drop all the upper tiles in response to this, but nope, now it's just the dots. might even be forced to pong this.
碰
But really we want a 7 pairs self-draw. Oh, that is so good. So I'm keeping this until... I mean, it's just to delay this person's hand in case he wants it. Maybe it's time to stop.
吃
Yeah, he wants it. The 6 is a feint. This. To be honest, the only thing we have going for us is this 7 right here. It's kind of blocking 2 players. That should be a self-draw, I believe. I'm not sure.
吃
And this 3, it's pretty much dead. We might have to get the 5 if we ever want to go for all pongs.
碰
Just like that. If he's doing a full flush, sorry, what's that? A pure straight, then the 3 would be stuck here, and there's nothing we can do about it. That's why we need this 5. As much as we want 4 concealed pongs. Also the 3 might be here. I have no idea what he's doing. Oh, that's a bad sign. Okay,
胡
we got lucky. It's still a 170 point gap if we ever won first. It's looking harder than ever. 144, 171, no, 170. So if you pretend every self-draw is about 60, 70 points,
碰
you need like 2 self-draws to close this gap, right? I mean, every self-draw can close a gap of 60 to 70 points.
碰
So the 7 is dead. Two, two. Oops, that might be a bad move. For a moment I forgot that he's doing that suit. Just for a moment.
吃
We're pretty much forced to do this because we want the fives to shift towards a makeshifted chow. So we have to take this 8. Also, we get the chance of getting the 4. No, don't do that. That's our pure shifted chow. From experience, it usually comes out earlier. Then I can get this. Then I can fix this. From experience. Like this. Now it was. It's actually disgusting the way he plays. I still think it's possible. But I really should have been doing a 16 pointer instead of that rubbish. Yep. 7 pairs is a 24 pointer, so it's all good.
吃
Oh my god, it's the last copy. We are pretty unlucky. Are we seriously getting these stupid tiles? It's the second one. Yep. So you can't actually discard any bamboos before you're ready. Or this player is just going to melt everything and actually I believe I have to drop this. This hurts. The thing is, if I drop this, it's a guarantee melt, I believe. So I can't do that. And I believe this player has the...
虎
Oh, okay. Interesting. So I got bumped up to 3rd place. But now we have 2 hands to close a 196 point gap. Or just secure 3rd place. This player has left. That's a lack of sportsmanship. I should have noticed it earlier. That's just bad. Oh my god. Might have to defend. Come on. We can do it.
吃，碰，
It's also good if she helps me win this player. And I can't really deal it because I'll be losing my position.
吃，
What's this? So this 1 point gap makes things hard for us.
吃，碰，杠，杠，碰，
777. I think it's safe.
胡，
Okay, cool. It's interesting. $233 gap. So 240 gap is
吃，
52 point self draw. So I need 53 point self
Sure.
draw to get first. 53.
碰，
Yeah, just going for a make straight. Nothing fancy.
吃
Shift. Oh, okay. Oh, I don't want to do it, but this is insane. Oops.
Hole.
It's not really safe. Yep, just trying to cling on to third place. Alright.